Alright, I'm back. And we got something that's rarely seen in the den here. We got Narrows Brewing out of Tacoma, Washington. This one's called Chef of the Cosmos. It looks like it has an astronaut with a chef's hat and an apron on. So I'm not sure what they're going for there. But it's a hazy IPA, 6% ABV. You can see that down on the bottom line. And it doesn't really give us much else than that. So, Chef of the Cosmos from Narrows. Heard good things about Narrows. They're supposed to be really good stuff. I have had a beer from them before, for sure, but they're few and far between. So I figured I'd bust out the glass, get the full experience here, get a look at the color, better feel for the nose. So, cheers. Let's get right into this, see how it goes. Put the can off to the side. Okay, so it's got a somewhat light nose to it. Maybe medium low. It does smell resinous, though. It does kind of have like a piney resinous feature to it. Smells good. About a 1.5 inch bright white head, and a bright orange color. Okay, it's very enjoyable beer. I think it's pretty easy drinking. About medium full in the body. It does have real good flavor to it. It hits you first with a juicy citrus character, and then there is some of that resinous pine right on top. Probably medium bitterness level. It's not a hot bomb, but it's definitely there. So really enjoyable. Really enjoyable. Alright. Today's shave is pretty much brought to you by the shave sensei Doug Bear from the Barely Normal Wet Shaver. And if you haven't checked out Doug Bear on Instagram or on his YouTube channel, the Barely Normal Wet Shaver, please do. Doug Bear's a real good community member. Sorry, I wasn't going to keep fighting through that. I felt it like twice while I was talking. But Doug Bear's a real good community member, and he definitely thinks outside of the box, and he'll have you doing some real kind of not quirky, but out of the box shit with your shaves. And I love the dude, full of knowledge as well. Anyways, he sent me Storybook Soapworks Visions and Revisions after a conversation we had where I made it known that this was one of the soaps that I wish I picked up from them while they were still in business. Sadly, they closed some time ago, so this isn't available now unless you can find it on a buy-sell trade in the secondary market. But real good stuff right here. Get a look at the ingredients. 4 ounces. This is a beef tallow soap. It was a product out of Arizona. And Visions and Revisions was a tea-oriented scent. There's a look at the soap base. It's firm, but not so firm that you can't easily put a dent into it. And I have used this stuff before. The soap base, not the scent. I have used the soap base before, and it is good shit. Alright, moving the shave forward. We got it all lathered up right here in the Lancaster Razorworks shave bowl. Beautiful shave bowl right there. A product of my daily shaves. I don't know what's going on. I got like a tickle in my throat. And then we got the Lancaster Razorworks brush right here. This one is in kind of a off-white ivory type color. And it is one of my 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse collection of themed shave brushes. This one here is based off of Conquest, who of course arrived on a white horse wearing a crown. And so if you hold it inverted like that, you might get an idea of what I was going for. This has the Lancaster V1 Badger Knot on it, which still to this day is my favorite Badger Knot. And let's go ahead and wet the face and get this shave moving. The scent on this one, like I said, is supposed to be a tea-inspired scent, but they put a citrus twist to it. So let me ring off these scent notes here. It has bergamot, black tea, orange, lemon, and lavender. And to me, this one came booming off the tub when I was doing my mail call video. I think it's about a medium high scent strength. So definitely bold and banging. What I get out of it is you get the herbal kind of Earl Grey tea characteristics. They are there. I think they're pretty easy to discern. But then that medley of citruses sits right on top of it, and those are also very easy to pick up. And the resulting fragrance is a pleasant, very easygoing tea scent. And I very much enjoy this scent right here. I think this one could be worn for all occasions. I mean, it is simply unoffensive. I think you would either have to hate citrus or just absolutely hate tea scents, because it's not super, it doesn't lean like super hardcore into the tea scent either. It's just like a 50-50 blend, you know what I mean? It's not like an overwhelming tea accord. It's there, and you know, you definitely know it's there, but it's not overwhelming by any means. I think it's fucking fantastic. Literally, like, to me, I would wear this on pretty much any casual occasion. I'd wear it to work. I work in a warehouse, and I do work up at the retail counter sometimes, but I would not worry about offending anybody with the scent on this one. Real good crowd pleaser type scent. Unoffensive for sure. If I was running errands in town or going to the gym, which I don't really go to the gym, but you know what I mean. Anything casual, I think this one would be perfect for. Today, I got the Wacker back in the shaved in, my Wacker Solingen straight razor. This one is the Chevalier model, and you can kind of see the ornate design on the spine. Really good stuff. Nice French point. Hologram. Real good stuff. Horn scales. Just a beautiful piece of art right here. Functional piece of art. Now, let us get into the shave, and we'll talk a little bit about what Doug Bear did to this straight razor. Okay, off to a start. So Doug Bear, I told him that I've never experienced a coticle edge on a straight razor. And if you're unaware of what a coticle edge is, you hone straight razors with different types of stones. Some of them are natural, some of them are synthetic, but that's how you kind of hone and make your razor's edge more keen. And coticle edge is a specific type that I just haven't tried yet. I've tried synthetic stones, various types, and I've tried J-nats, which are Japanese natural stones, but I haven't tried a coticle. And so when we were having this little discussion of ours, he told me, you know, that he could put an edge on a razor of mine if I wanted to, and he was also jokingly making the comments that he wants my Wacker razor, and he wanted to take it from me. And I made you know, some comments about wanting the Visions and Revisions soap. And he said that he actually had it, and I'd never tried it before. And so I don't really know how we ended up here, but I sent him my Wacker razor so that he can use it and then put a new edge on it and send it back to me. And in return, he was going to send me the Visions and Revisions shave soap to try. I thought I was just giving a sample, but I talked to Doug, and he told me that the soap is mine. So thank you very much, Doug. I appreciate you, bro. It's very generous of you. Anyways, so he put a coticle edge on this one, as I asked, but then he gave me the option to do something a bit different. Now, I'm getting another coticle edge from Frank Misa at Straight Gold Shave. And when it comes to straight razors, Frank Misa could also be considered my shave sensei because he has definitely taught me a lot of what I know about straight razor shaving and shopping and hunting for vintage razors, shit like that. So I definitely trust both of these gentlemen's opinions when it comes to shaving with straight razors and just shaving in general. They're knowledgeable guys. Been doing it for longer than me, I'm pretty sure, both of them. Oh, I know for a fact, Frank Misa. I'm not 100% sure about Doug, but if I was a betting man, I'd say Doug probably been wet shaving longer than me too. But he put a coticle edge on this for me, and then he offered something that he called a smart edge. Or he said, if you like it, he told me jokingly, if you like the edge, you can call it a smart edge, and if you don't like the edge, you can call it a bad wet dream. And so I was like, all right, sounds good. But what he did was he took that coticle edge that he put on it, and then he refined or polished that edge with an Arkansas stone. And so it's kind of like a blend of two finishing stones. Correct me if I'm wrong, Doug. But did the whole thing finishing with the coticle edge and then refined it on an arc, or polished the edge on an arc. So I don't know. I'm not the honer guy, so I don't know everything about this sort of deal. But that's what he told me, and that's what I'm regurgitating to you guys. Now, on that first pass, I noticed that is definitely not the sharpest edge that I've ever used. Now, you could say that should be expected because coticles are known to be much smoother edges, and I knew this, but I've never used one, and so a smooth edge sounds good to me. Smooth, comfortable, like these sound like synonyms when it comes to the wet shaving world. Smooth, comfortable, it sounds like something I would enjoy. But what I felt on this first pass anyways, with the grain, it felt almost like not sharp enough. It wasn't so, it didn't feel like it was smoothly slicing through the hairs. Now, I don't think I've ever used Doug Bear's edge in the past. I mistakenly thought I did, but I think Marion the Barbarian corrected me and said it was Maddie Lindholm's edge. So, I don't think I've ever used Doug Bear's edge in the past, And I'm not holding this edge against him, because if he did all synthetic progression, or if he did a JNAT progression, I might be saying this is the sharpest shit in the world, and you don't want to screw up. But this is a coticle edge, exactly what I asked for. And I don't know, how dialed in he has this smart edge technique that he tried with me. But I wouldn't say, at least based on that initial impression, I wouldn't say that this is something that I would like when this finally got dull, that I asked for this again. I don't think that I like it enough to ask for this same edge again. I'm not going to hold this like 100% against coticles, because I might try another coticle in the future and end up loving them. But at the same time, I'm not gonna hold this against Doug Bear either, because this is exactly what I asked for, was a coticle edge. So against the grain, I am feeling a bit of tugginess. It's definitely not just popping hairs. And so there is a bit of discomfort. It's not to the point where I'm just like dreading the shave. But it definitely doesn't feel like an absolutely smooth, sharp wonder edge either. There's definitely some sharpness and smoothness to be desired on this edge for my preferences. Now, some of this, the edge could have got beat up during transit. Although I will say, Doug's packaging back to me looked better than the way that I sent it to him. Like, he took care and respected my razor even more than I did when I sent it to him. So, I definitely appreciate that. And I don't really think it was beat up in transit. He had it packaged very well. So, who knows? Definitely not going to chalk this up as one of my favorite edges. It'll be on the lower end of the scale. I had a Kamasuri that I bought a while back, and I sent that to Frank Misa as well, after kind of dragging my feet on getting a new edge on that, because that one right off the rip wasn't to my liking either, and I made multiple videos using it where I even made the comment that, I didn't really like the edge on that Kamasuri and that I needed to send it out to get it honed, and I finally sent it out. So I'm looking forward to getting that back. Hopefully it's nice and sharp and to my liking, because I do want to get some more shaves with that Kamasuri. But that one, that Kami out of the box was just a hair worse than this one when it comes to my enjoyment of an edge. And this one, with the grain, it wasn't so bad. Against the grain, definitely a bit more tuggy than I want to ever feel when I'm straight razor shaving. When I'm straight razor shaving, I want this thing to feel smooth. I don't want there to be any hang-ups, whether it be, on hair, skin blemishes or anything else. Like I just want the edge to be sharp to the point that it just runs over all obstacles smoothly. And you can say that by asking for a coticle edge, I've pretty much set myself up for failure and set Doug up for failure. But you don't know it until you try it. And so this is my first impressions of a Doug Bear edge. This is my first impressions of a coticle edge. There's a lot of firsts going on here. I'm kind of charting unknown waters. And so I'm really not going to hold Doug Bear responsible for, my discomfort during this shave. He gave me what I asked for. And maybe that's just what coticle edges are. I might try 10 more coticle edges in the future, and I might never find one that I like, or I might try 10 and go 10 for 10 on my next 10 coticle edges. So you just don't fucking know, you know what I mean? But it is kind of part of the fun of trying new things in this wet shaving world, is that you get some wins, you get some losses, but you kind of learn from it and go from there. And so I still gotta give thanks to Doug for letting me try my first coticle edge. I'm gonna give this thing a nice good stropping, and we're gonna give it another go really soon. But definitely not a good first impression of what coticle edges potentially have to offer. And I'll just leave it at that. Let's go ahead and get this lather off. I noticed that this video has went long, but you know what? I feel like we had a good discussion. And so hopefully, if you stuck around, you could at least appreciate my mind as it wandered through my first impressions of this coticle edge. I could see I busted open a blemish, but by powering through that against the grain pass, you could say I was kind of asking for some blood. It's really gonna break my heart to tell Doug that I wasn't in love with this edge. It's gonna kill me because I love the guy. But I gotta be honest, and he's gonna watch this video even if I didn't tell him, so I guess there's just no way around it. Doug, I love you. But this edge was not to my liking. I'm gonna strop it real good and give it another try though. Alright, we're gonna be using Tenuar Et Vanille, which is another tea-themed scent from Noble Otter. This one does have strawberry and jasmine and some other things in it. It's a bit sweeter. It still has some tea in the background, but it has more fruit in the foreground. An absolute legendary scent in wet shaving, in my opinion. I fucking love this scent. And it's a great way to kind of kick off this, or finish this shave on a high note. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you appreciated the video. Thank you to Doug Bear for doing this for me and gifting me this soap. You're awesome, brother. I love you. Cheers, guys. I appreciate you too, and I'll catch you on the next one.